After an onslaught of criticism, of course, from Conservatives at the party's annual conference, the UK Foreign Secretary Boris Johnson seems to have stepped into line overnight in some of the comments that he's made about the length of the Brexit transition. He says he fully supports Theresa May now. I spoke to the Chief Secretary of the Treasury, Liz Truss, and asked about the discord over the government's Brexit strategy.
We're all agreed that it's around 2 years. It needs to be enough time for companies to be able to prepare, for the government to be able to prepare. But we need to give an end date. And it's very important to say that there'll be a transition plus an end deal so that the public know that we will be leaving the European Union, which is what they voted for.
Does around 2 years mean a maximum of 2 years? Is it a maximum, as Boris has set out he would like it to be?
The Prime Minister laid out in the Florence speech that it's around 2 years, but clearly we have to go into discussions with the European Union on this. They're the other party in these negotiations.
The BCC, the British Chambers of Commerce, has said that the infighting around these issues and that the distraction that is falling out around Cabinet is something that is weighing on confidence. There's a business representative saying that this infighting is having an impact on businesses. Is that something you're hearing and looking to address?
Well, what we are looking to address is making sure we get a deal as soon as we can. I've heard the message from business about uncertainty. They want to see as much progress as made as possible, and we're working on it as fast as we can.
We had an interesting message from Philip Hammond today. He was talking a lot about the Labour Party, in fact, and what they promised in Brighton a week or so ago. It seems that this is something that the whole Cabinet can get behind, is it? Taking on the Labour Party and reselling to the British people the message about free market economics. Is that's one of the big messages we're going to be asked to take away from this conference, I guess?
Absolutely. And, we've had 40 years of progress as a result of the reforms that have been done, the privatisations, the increased competition in our markets, which have brought huge benefits to the British public. We've now got the lowest unemployment rate since 1975. And I think our message is, don't take that for granted. That has come about through the policies that the government pursued. And if we don't support business, if we don't have a competitive economy where people can be enterprising, they can come up with new ideas, those ideas can be taken forward, then we'll end up back where we were before we had all those reforms, where Britain was the sick man of Europe.